Hello, welcome. My name is Salma. I am here today to show you my beautiful planner. She has been something that I've been working on since the beginning of the year. I have gotten into the whole Filofax community and just been completely obsessed with just watching planner videos and watching people's flip throughs, and it inspired me to make my own. And this is what I've built so far. Is she still a work in progress? Probably always will be, but I am very happy. She has helped me a lot with my mess of a brain, and yes, I am here to show her to you today. This might be a long video, but it makes me happy to show you. So this cover is from Etsy. She is a personal size and it's allegedly leather. I'm not 100% sure if it actually is. It doesn't really smell like it. It feels plasticky, so I'm not sure, but it's still very nice. I like the color. I almost went with the red one, and I can link it down below, but she's very cute. I like her. I did think about getting a Filofax, of course, but I don't know. I wanted to go for more of a budget alternative for the moment, and I did like the design on it because a lot of the Filofax ones don't really have, it's like more plain, and at the moment I'm feeling something more just visually appealing to me. So this was more affordable and it made sense for me at the moment. This is a personal size and it is 25mm rings, which I do think is too small for me. I might get a 30 one day. And the seller, actually, I did ask them if they offer it and they would design it. It would be like a custom order type thing, but I'm not 100% sure. We'll see. But this is her. I have some charms on her. Isn't this so cute? This is a little piggy. This is a little sheep. Yeah. And then there's this one here that's attached to the rings. And this one actually is supposed to have a little kitty cat, and it fell off. So she's still here somewhere, but it's not on this anymore. And I kind of like it like this, actually. It's kind of cute. Just kind of short little thingy there. I kind of like it. But on the side pockets, and this one actually does have 3 pockets, and then this one here, this one's kind of, I was gonna say useless, but I'm actively using it, so I can't really say useless. I don't know. It's just, I like the ones, some of the planners that have this open, so you can just stick like whatever in there. That's pretty nice. But I have this little ruler. Oops, sorry about that. This ruler I got from AliExpress, and you're gonna see a pattern here because a lot of this stuff is actually from AliExpress, and it made me kind of overspend because, you know, it's more affordable, but I probably would have spent more, you know, spend less just buying it normally, but it's okay. It's okay. It's whatever. So this is a little bookmark that I got. I don't usually like gold, but it was the only option. And it's a little stencil and a bookmark at the same time and the ruler, but it has a little kitty cat, little thingies. I love cats. You're going to see it. You're going to tell. Okay, you're gonna be able to tell. And you're probably gonna hear my kitty cat. She's probably gonna visit us at some point because she's gonna be like, why is this woman talking in the middle of nowhere alone in her living room? Well, you're gonna see her. But you're gonna see a lot of these little stencils because I love kitty cats. But it's very cute. It's also very malleable, which is a bit dangerous because I feel like if I just like, you can probably already see some bends in here, and that was just by putting it here. I don't know. It's very not like stiff, but it's still cute and good to use. I have these paper clips here. I'm not sure what I want to do yet. I think I'm gonna want to put like some photos of me and my husband, kitty cat, family, you know, photos that I like here. But for now, I just have little strawberry, these little paper clips in case I need it. This is from a tattoo shop that we just went to that I'm supposed to barter with, you know, a crochet horse in exchange for a tattoo. I'm very excited. We'll see if that happens. We got a Friday the 13th tattoo. Then these are little Post-it notes. I haven't actually used them now that I think about it very often here, but you'll see why because I have some other stuff. But it's very cute. I probably got it from Daiso or something because it's, so you can see it's Japanese. It's also all the kitty cats fell off, so I had to tape it so it doesn't look too nice, but it's okay. But here's my first little dashboard. It's technically like a tab, but I made this myself. I made 4 of these. In different colors. I'm gonna tell you which ones they are, but this is the first one that I put on here. Yeah, this first section is kind of I just switched things around, so I actually might not know where everything is at the moment. But it's kind of backwards for me, but it's working. So I had this section. This section is for extras and for like my refills or things that I would need here and there, like dailies and stuff that I don't use super often. I had them in the back, which that's where it made most sense to me, you know, because I wouldn't use it as much. But I was having the problem that I had my inbox, all my tasks, which is the first thing that I always want to open and always look at every single day, over here. But then I had the problem that I just really don't like. I'm a righty, so anytime that I like wrote on here, it just feels terrible. Okay, I hate it. Maybe I'm just picky, but I just don't like it, and it makes me not want to use it. And the point of this is to want to use it, and that's why I went crazy, you know. Oh, and also I didn't mention this pen loop. This pen loop right here, it's stretchy, and I have this pen here that it's pretty good. Uniball. I like this one, the Sharpie S Gel. It's a regular pen. Anyways, yeah, so now it's moved to here, and it's actually working pretty well because now it takes like a good amount of like, you know, space, and from here on out it's a lot easier to write from the stuff here after. But anyways, these little tabs that I made are scrapbooks, tiny scrapbooks pretty much, because I love scrapbooking. So I just made these tiny ones with my stickers that I also went crazy on buying. But this is from Hobby Lobby. This is just a little like, you know, little like sticky notes. They're also falling, so I had to put these and like tape in here because they're falling. They're not super sticky, so yeah. These are my dailies. Yes, I know this was printed absolutely terribly, but I'm still gonna use it. I don't like wasting paper or anything, so yeah. I also have been trying for some things that, you know, I know that I'm gonna like move around often to like cut this, but with this paper, this is just regular copy paper because I can't really, right now I'm not really even thinking about buying special paper because I'm just trying to see what works, you know? So I'm just using regular copy paper, and it always comes out and it's really annoying. So I'm not gonna do that with this paper again. I feel like it's better with just like thicker stuff. Yeah, I also tried it with a bookmark, which I'm gonna show you soon, which also didn't work out too well. But yeah, these are just some dailies. And also another thing you're gonna know, that you're gonna notice is that a lot of these, I made these myself. I made them in Canva. I love making my own things. You see, it's already coming out. I love making my own custom things. And so one of the big things that drew me to making a binder planner or ring planner like this is that I am able to do it myself and customize it to whatever my heart desires. And a lot of my like aesthetics change often. So, my favorite colors are blue and purple. Can you tell? And pretty much all of the things that I design in the pages that I made in the inserts are with purple, light purple, and I like it. You're gonna see they all have the same font and the same like just cohesive design, and that's on purpose because, you know, I want it to feel like me and my colors and stuff. And I have thought about selling these or like making it like all different colors and making it, or like offering in them, you know, as like in an Etsy shop at all. I'm not sure. If you like them, let me know. I am thinking of opening an Etsy shop as well for maybe offering to make whole planners. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about the details, but like setting up something like this. But obviously I'm still figuring out mine for now. So I want to, you know, learn as much as I can and then go from there because yeah, but it makes me really happy. So I would also like to bring that joy to other people and, you know, help them also organize their brain like I did with this. But yeah. So these are just a bunch of dailies. This is from AliExpress. It brought like it brought a good amount of sheets actually for like a few, how many weeks? I think I needed to get 2 packs in order for over a year. So, but yeah, these are from AliExpress. I don't like the days on them, so I just kind of like, go over the days and then just put whatever date I want in them. These are also from AliExpress. These are colorful ones. I haven't gotten to use them yet. I'm not sure if I want something specific in them. Maybe it's just like some fun random note that I want to write down, but I like them and they make me happy because they're colorful. So I keep them there. This is sticker paper, also from AliExpress. It brought a good amount of sheets. It's actually pretty good. I like him a lot. And I actually like to use like just these loose ones since I have so many stickers now. Before I didn't have enough and now I have way too many. But these ones, I actually like when I'm scrapbooking to just like grab a loose one and then put all my stickers on it and then I can just move it around, which is way better because before I would just like try to like flip through my pages of like stickers and be like, oh, I want to use that one and that one. And then I would just flip through again and it would just be too much. So this is very helpful. Yeah, as you can see, I haven't put anything in here yet, and that's because, you know, I was planning to put stuff like this, but this already brings its own board, so I was like, why put it there? But I do plan on putting like small stickers, and I actually have specifically, I might show you all my stickers actually. There's like a little flip through of stickers that I have that are meant for just like labels or like arrows and like little dots and stuff, so it's really good for planners. I might put stuff like that in here, not sure. This is my other scrapbook page or dashboard that I made, and yes, I did laminate them. I had to laminate them twice at different times because I've never used a laminator before, and so there's actually a gap. It's not laminated well, but it's laminated enough, and I will take it. And this section is also another section that I don't use super often, which is why it's at the front. Which for my brain, like, it doesn't make sense, but it's like, I know that I'm gonna want to have stuff like this in here at the front because it's just, I wanna write easier for the stuff that where I do actually write a lot. And so here I have these pages from a word search book that I have, which has way too many pages, and I love word search, so it's perfect for me. And I actually, I have the same problem there where it is like bound, you know, but I hate just doing it on the left side. And so I have been avoiding all the left side ones and just been doing the right ones. And then I rip out the left ones and cut them and punch them. And then these are the left side. And so it's a win-win because then I can, you know, do them on the right side, which I love. So I thought that was, you know, pretty nice, so I can still enjoy my little word search on my right side. And here I have Sudoku. This is Sudoku that I actually, it's like generated by Canva. It's like a little built-in app by Canva. But let me tell you, I don't recommend doing this because these are not good Sudokus. They have multiple solutions, which is not a good thing. And while, you know, it is fun while you're waiting, I'd rather, like, I don't know, not the one built by Canva, because I've tried other ones, and this one, I don't know. It's too late because I actually have so many more of these somewhere because I went crazy and did like 10 or more pages of Sudoku from that same app. And oh my God, but it's okay. This next section, I can't show too much, but this is first a dopamine menu, but this whole section is just therapy related, making me feel better, tracking my symptoms like mentally and stuff. And this is a dopamine menu. I also designed it. This is not part of the design. I did it with a pen. And yeah, it's just like a little reminder, and I don't know if you've heard about it before, but you know, it's just like a little thing that you can have so you can remind yourself of things that make you happy. And you know, if you just need a little boost in your day, you can just look through this. And appetite is supposed to be something small, as well as the size is supposed to be like while you do something else. So like watching a YouTube video while, I'm not sure, washing the dishes, for example. Main entrees and specials are like its own thing where it takes more time. Specials are like not very often. And then desserts are like stuff that you don't want to do too often, but like make you really happy type thing. I believe that's how it was, or at least that's how I made this. But you can look up examples. That's what I followed. And, you know, I made it personalized to me. And so, yeah, this is what makes me happy. These dividers, I believe, are from Michael's. This is from my mother-in-law. Thank you, Sandra. They're so cute. I am loving using them. I love how, you know, they're not like super opaque, so you can see the page going through. I like them a lot. Here is next, I printed out like a bunch of little like pictures that I found online about PMDD. And I do believe I have PMDD. I haven't been officially diagnosed, but a lot of my symptoms align. And so I just have this here to remind myself if I'm feeling off, or, you know, if something feels wrong, I don't know, I can just remind myself that it could be this, or to like remember to track it and to see if it aligns. The next page, I can't really show because it's a therapy page, but I can show you here. This is what it looks like. This is not mine. This is from AE-ELIZENN. And she actually has such a great website. If you want to do planning on a budget, I'm glad I found her website. This is the only one that I have, but she actually has such great, amazing things. They're all free. Like, I'm pretty sure everything is free, and it's crazy because they're really well made. As you can see, this is like really good. I did plan to probably replace this by something that I designed because, you know, I want it to be cohesive with my whole planner, but it's been helpful to just like just have this. You know, I don't use every single section, but it's still really nice. And I have used it once on this side, which I might blur out some things here and there because I forgot to post a note. But yeah, it's nice. I like that. This next section I can't show, but in that section I use this insert for writing down whenever I feel specifically bad. And so I write down like my symptoms, how I'm feeling, did anything trigger it, I'm not sure, just anything that I'm like, okay, I should probably write this down because I don't feel okay out of nowhere, feel like a switch. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna write it down here, what happened before, what happened after, stuff like that. Not like too much detail, but just enough that I can hopefully see a pattern, and that will help me in the future to figure out what's going on. But yeah, that's what I use that for. I also made a event trigger, and this is event tracker. This is something that I did design, and I haven't used it yet. Probably because I feel like sometimes I just want to write down, whatever I'm just thinking and not want to go super into detail. But I did make this, and I do still think it'll be helpful for maybe like a super big event. I also want to add what phase of my period I'm in up here, which I did design. I just forgot to print it out. But I have sleep, mood, energy, obsessions, triggers, because I have OCD. So, if it's related to that, I can do that. Body symptoms, if any, yeah, I thought about also putting this in a shop as well because I feel like it'd be helpful. I actually showed it to my therapist and she's like, damn, I'd buy that, girl. If you sell that, that'd be helpful for my patients. I'm like, say less, don't tell me. So here we are. Then here are just some pages from my therapist. Thank you, Rita. And yeah, they're just like little worksheets that I can look at. Do I look at them often? No. Should I? Yeah. But they're here, in case I need them, they're with me on the go. So if I'm ever bored, I want to look through them, or if I need them, I can, but I don't look at them as much as I should. But yeah, this next section, this is where my actual planning begins and organizing my craziness. So this is, I have no clue where this is from actually, but this is like, I think it came with, I don't know, but it feels like the back of when you get something. Does that make sense? Like when let's say you get packaging and like the back of it, like the back, I don't think that's making any sense, but this is just from somewhere. This is from AliExpress, this tiny little cute tab. It brings a bunch of them. Let me see if I can find my sticker book. It brings several tabs, like animal themed, and oh, look at them, they're so cute. These are all my stickers, by the way. Not all of them, actually, that's a lie. I moved most of my stickers here because I bought this from AliExpress again. And I just wanted everything to be in one place. I have a smaller one that I got from an Etsy shop that's called I Have a Problem, because I do. Not the shop, sorry. This book is called I Have a Problem. I'll probably link this down below. But these are some of my other ones. And this, I'm thinking, I migrated all my stickers from here to here. And I'm planning on using this as like if I'm on the go or something and I want like a bunch of stickers with me, I'll just have them in this tiny one, because I like having, because I usually, when I use them, is like the majority of them is at home. So I just wanted this bigger one to have all of them, or the majority. So yeah. Anyways, this section is my inbox. I didn't even know what an inbox was. I still don't know why it's called an inbox. There's probably something very logical that I haven't thought of why it's called this, but this is just a vomit of putting everything I can think of and just random thoughts in here and to-dos and everything just here. This is incredibly helpful. My mind is racing at all times with just lots of thoughts nonstop, and so whenever I think of something, I can just open my planner, write it down, and then I'm good. I don't have to think about it again. It's just out of my brain, So I also have insomnia, so sometimes when like I'm awake in the middle of the night or super early, I think of a lot of things, everything. And so I have a little post-it note next to my bed that I just write stuff down in, and then I move it onto here, and then that helps me, because that's the time, at that time when I'm like barely awake, is when I think of things that I'm like, oh my God, I haven't done that thing in forever, and I've been needing to do that. So then that's helpful. But yeah, this is that. I like having two sides because there's too much in my brain, and I just like the view of it being pancaked like this. It's just nice. I like it. I currently have 2 sets of this. This is a daily that I'm going to show you in a second, but yeah, just to have it ready to go. And I have them clipped because it's just easier to flip. But these ones actually are not double-sided because I think I was recycling some paper and it just happened to be empty here, but I might try to like print it directly onto here, but I still haven't figured out how to print directly onto it. It always comes out wrong. But anyways, yeah, that's my inbox. And I'm gonna put this daily back in there. This one's for today. We're actually doing this right now. Wow, look at that, amazing. This is the next section. Another cute little tab divider. This is a monthly, okay? This is monthlies and weeklies. This is from Amazon. This I did not do myself because I, not only did I really like the rainbow tabs, I love this. The colors, amazing, cute, adorable. But I was just like thinking of like, I was struggling with just making these simple thingies, okay? And just thinking of figuring out like the back and forth of like doing the months and the weeks, that sounded like a nightmare. I can probably do it now, but oh my God. But yes, these, oh, I'm gonna have to blur that out, but this is a contact information. This is a monthly. And this is for January. I started somewhere around here with my planner, so this is a bit empty. Maybe I should have filled it up, but I think that's when I started planning in general, because I also did not, I was using like another planner from like work or something, but yeah, I don't necessarily color code, and I do plan to, because I feel like that would be helpful, because currently my mind wants to do several calendars, which I don't know if that's the best thing to do. Maybe a separate one for content, I'm not sure, but I think just doing separate colors would fix my mental issue of like it being a mess and like mixing stuff. I don't know. I'll explain it in a second. So this is January. This is what the weeklies look like. I do think they have a lot of space. I think at the beginning I had a little bit of a problem and I thought they were too small because I was used to like really big space from my work planner that I was using previously. But I realized that if I just have like too much to do in a day, I could just, you know, do a daily, and that's when I design my daily. And yeah, I do feel like it's decent enough space now. It's just about making it easier to write, which is why this section is now here. Hi, Holly. That's my kitty cat. And yeah, I put New Year's here. This is February. There's a kitty cat. Here's where they come in. This is when I got the little bookmark, see? Yeah. See, this is kind of color coded, but I still haven't like set a specific color for things. So it's like, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. But I also wrote a note here to remind myself for March that I'm, you know, probably gonna have to set some colors in there. But yeah, here's kitty cat. This is another weekly. So the weeklies by themselves are kind of like plain because, you know, you can, like they look like this. And I was having trouble like wanting to write in them. But after I did the very simple thing of just highlighting each day, it helped immensely. And look at that. Now I want to use it. Hi, Holly. There she is. Look at that. Thank you for helping so much. Yeah, it just helped a lot. And it's very simple, I know. Also, if you want to talk about this in the comments, please do. Thank you so much. Great show. Yeah, so this is when I really started to like really use my weeklies. And I love this week, actually. This was just last week. Very colorful, very pinky for Valentine's Day, very purpley. This one brings me happiness. I feel like the more colors I use that I like, it just makes me so happy, wants me to use it. When I can look at this very often, you know, it just makes me want to use my planner. This is this week. The colors are not coloring, okay? They're just, it's a mess in here, but it's okay. It's okay. I will fix it next week. I will do other colors. Give me 1 second. I gotta deal with the kitty cat. Well, it seems like she's not going anywhere. So now I can get to this bookmark. This bookmark I used, so remember the backing thing that I was explaining that made no sense? This is also from the back, like the packaging of like stickers or something, or just like page. I don't know. I'm not sure where it's from, but I put this washi tape on it. I cut it so it has this little, oh my, oh. Okay, so kitty cat's mad. She'll probably come back. It's okay. So I use washi tape here. I cut up the top to make this little like tab at the top. And I put these 2 bookmarks from AliExpress. These actually came from an absurdly big pack of magnetic bookmarks. I'm not sure why anyone would need that many. I think it came with like 30. And so I put here the ones that I liked that, you know, kind of fit in with this little bookmark. Here I have this little, this is a little like note, sticky note from These are come in a set from AliExpress, which are back here. Let me show them to you real quick. I took them out of the package and just put them back here so I don't have to do the same thing that I did with this one and keep the cardboard. But yeah, here I have my habits just so I remember what I need to track for the day, because sometimes I forget, like, oh my god, I didn't track my meds and I haven't taken my meds, you know. So I'm tracking if I did take my meds that day, if I succeeded in not buying anything, and this doesn't, you know, apply to like groceries and like, I don't know, just like everyday things, but just like going out of my way to like shop for stuff that I don't necessarily need. And I'm doing pretty good. I think just the thinking of wanting to fill in that page makes it harder for me to click buy on something. And I've been doing really good in general, but it's just, you know, it's always good to like have it. 5-minute workouts, I'll explain when we get to that. And then how my sleep was. This is just a little thingy that I wrote with friction pens because it changes. But this is just things that I need to remind myself to use up in our kitchen. You know, it could be snacks, it could be anything. We actually have a way longer list than this, but this is just things that I want to focus on because my husband doesn't like these. So I need to eat these. So it's just a reminder for me to, you know, eat these whenever I get a chance before they expire because I hate wasting food. But yeah, these are the weeklies. These are all the months. These do not come with this washi tape, by the way, or like this little top thingy. These come like just blank there. It has like the before month and the next month. But I put this washi tape here just because it makes me happy. Each month has a different one. I actually have an insane amount of washi tape now, but when I made this, I only had like 4 rolls, and you'll see the same ones here, but now I have over 100 because I bought like a 50 pack, 2 50 packs from Hobby Lobby. I have a problem, and this is why I bought this. Anyways, the next section is this one, and here it's getting a little harder to turn as well. If you have any recommendations of what to do, apart from just taking stuff out, I would appreciate. Thank you so much. But I made this little page, also in Canva. This is just to remind myself of my rotating hobbies because I usually kind of focus on like 1 to 2 hobbies at a time, and then I'm completely uninterested and then switch to something completely different. And so I just wanted to remind myself of everything because sometimes I don't remember. So yeah, here's everything. This was actually, these little thingies, the little florals were kind of empty, but I colored them on with my pens. I also bought pens recently. I'm very excited about them. They're the Pilot G2. Oh, here they are. Perfect timing. Pilot G2 colorful pens. I got them both, and the friction pens at Sam's. They had a good deal. Because when I looked these up at like Office Depot, they're $35. And at Sam's, they were like, what, 15? Huge difference. So I was like, hell yeah, I'm buying those. This is my wish list. These are things that I just want to buy. You know, it could be useful. It doesn't have to be. Maybe it's just things that I want, but just to keep track of it. And I also put the date because I want to know like how long it's been since I've been wanting this, right? Because I think it's important for me to practice like letting some time in between wanting something and buying it, because sometimes I've had a few problems with impulsivity here and there. I've been a lot better at it though because I love saving money. Well, I do also love spending it, but you know, I know the possibility that of the things and where I can go if I saved my money. So here is my plans. But yeah, if I buy something, I highlight it as you can see, and yeah, it's cute. Here then I have content ideas for both of my accounts for gaming, and then for this account, well, this is going to be on YouTube, but I also have specifically a TikTok like lifestyle account, I guess. I just put live because I'm not sure where to categorize it as, but yeah. If you have any ideas of anything you'd like to see, please let me know. Thank you. Then I have a gaming log of things that I have already started playing but haven't finished it. I don't think I'm ever going to finish this. I don't even know why I put this there. It's too scary. Yeah. But these are recommended. I have 2 pages for these. It might be too much, but it's okay. Then I have a show tracker. This is like, I also have like here, you know, this is just like an actual log of people that either recommended or things that I need to finish watching. This has taken me years. I don't know why, okay? My husband and I keep saying like, oh, we're gonna watch it. And then we watch like 2 episodes and it's so good. I don't even know why we don't finish it because it's such a good show, but we don't finish it. I don't know. Anyways, but this is like where I put the stuff that I need to finish watching, or things that were recommended to me, and this is where I am tracking like my rating on it, and to officially say like I finished it, you know. So this is what I have so far. Of course, Heated Rivalries at the top because that's what I watched right after I made this insert. But 5 out of 5. Lovely that it's the highest. Love to see that. I am waiting for Bridgerton Season 4 Part 2 to come out. I have like a wide range of like what I watch, I feel. I don't know. I just finished this show. I don't know. This is such an interesting, I don't know. It's not, no, I don't, it was so bad, but it was also like intrigued. I don't know. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Then I have my grocery list, and I hate what I have done here. This is disgusting, okay? Looking at this, I hate it. So I'm not doing that again. I highlighted and did the little scribble thingy. Disgusting. I hate that. I think I'm just going to either do this or just use my friction pens on here and then erase it, and then, I don't know. But I don't like what I've done so far. But, you know, I tried it out, and now I know I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, this is for just grocery list. Usually, it depends on who's doing the groceries, but sometimes we have like my husband and I have like a WhatsApp chat with just like a group chat that we put specifically for things that we need to remember in groceries, because if we use our normal chat, it'll get lost. We'll never see that thing again. And so we have a chat just for that. So I'm not going to use it super often, but it's still nice to have. Then I have insert ideas that I should design, you know, and most of these I've already made. I'm still working on this one. I'm not finished on it yet. I just need to think about like if I'm missing anything. I feel like I am, which is why I haven't finished. But if any time I think of like, oh, that would be a really good thing to have in my planner, then I go ahead and put it here, and then I design it, and then I check it off. Also I think I did the thing. No, did I? No, I think it was just like these kind of like popped off, and so I glued an extra layer of paper here, and it's worked. You know, it's hanging on strong. Also have here a little note that if I keep making dailies, that maybe when I do the back side, I do it opposite way, because, you know, I like writing on the right side. I guess this is a big problem for me, because I just don't really like writing on the left side. But anyways, here is for my scrapbook. I usually forget, whenever we have an event, I usually forget to do a scrapbook for it. And if it's not like my current hobby in rotation, then I'm not gonna do it in like probably like half a year. I'm gonna be honest, it takes me a long time. And so here I can just write it down and at least know that it's somewhere, you know, if I feel like scrapbooking, I can just look at this and I'll remember it. So that's been helpful. This I'm gonna have to blur out, but I can show you this side. This is also something I designed that is meant for, also I was trying out this little squiggly line in the side. It's cute. You can barely see it on here though because of the way that it's, you know, in there. I had to staple these because like they came out and it was a disaster. Don't worry about it. But this is for, I usually have the problem of like, I am someone that notices like details about people. Like if they say like, oh, I really like this, or, you know, I would love to have this or something like that, I'm like, oh, that's cute. You know, I notice it, but then I never remember it. And so what's the point if, you know, I'm not doing something with that information or remembering it at all, or writing it down somewhere. And so this is what that's for. So, you know, this could be for anyone. This could be family, it could be for friend, whatever. Just anything that I like notice in anyone, I'm just gonna write it down here. So then when like an event comes up, a holiday, a birthday or whatever, I can go back to this and then get an idea from it, or, you know, use it accordingly. But yeah, I have that for that. This, I'm gonna blur it out, but this is a section for my husband that I just asked him recently, like an updated version of like all his favorite things, because the last thing that I had, like, I know his favorite things, right? But like some of the things are kind of outdated, and so I just wanted to know what his, you know, in the current era of life, what his favorite things are, just to have that. This I made for fixed expenses. I currently went back to part-time, and I'm gonna have to budget a lot because I am making more per hour, but like what's coming in per month, because I'm not doing as many hours, so it's like a lot less. And so I'm just trying to be more responsible, and so I wrote down specifically how much money I need to just baseline survive. Yeah, I'm probably gonna blur it out because, you know, but yeah, that's been helpful to just have. Then this is an extra of grocery list. I don't know why this is here, but anyways, this next section is about tracking. Here I'm tracking my period. I also made this this yearly insert. I have one for back exercises. As you can see, I'm doing amazing. Wow, I've done it every day. Wow, that's crazy, right? Then I have my no-buy. not doing too bad, but if you see how much I spent these days, it's really bad. It's really bad. Anyways, this is for meds. Meds doing great. I'm taking it every day. I did kind of shoot myself in the foot though, because I do like seeing like the same color, right? But then that means that I have to either carry that color around or like just wait till I get home, and then I might forget, or, you know, forget if I did take them that day. So it's just, but it's been working out so far, and it's been, oh, a month, yeah. Then here I'm tracking sleep. This is very new. Like I started on this day, so that's why there's nothing here. But I do want to track my sleep because I feel like that definitely affects my mood, and maybe it's a symptom of something, I don't know. But I'm tracking it because I don't sleep very well. As I said before, I have insomnia. Here, oh, this is the 5-minute workout thingies. So this is just like my therapist and I, like, we were thinking of ways to make it more motivating for me to like work out. And so we both came up with ideas, but this is what I'm trying out right now, of like breaking it up just into 5 minutes. And so it's just like really nice to have that validation of just like, oh, you know, if I did 20 minutes, cool, I could just do, you know, and put 4 at once, and it's just nice to fill it in. So that's kind of working. And then on the other side of this, I have my back exercises. I printed this out from my office, the chiropractic office, and just to have it with me. And I've been actually really liking that I can use my friction pens on here. And there's the little, like, I've only used it twice, and you can already see the little tallies that I have, but I need to do these 2 sets twice daily. And so what I do is just, you know, every time I do one, I just, you know, tally it off, and then I can just erase it and start over the next day. This is tracking my bowel movements. Not gonna go further into that. This is the next dashboard and section. I also make, this is one of my favorites. I'm not sure where she's here all the way in the back, but she's one of my favorites. Look at her, so beautiful, so amazing, little moo. I love cows. This little section is just for tracking. This is like a calendar that I made, and as you can see, it's just like 1 month and 1 page, but it's just to track like cleaning stuff and stuff that I don't do super often. And so here I track when like we give our cat her medicine, like when we wash her towels and the sheets, and shave her butt because she's a very fluffy girl. And we need to do that because if not, there's lots of accidents. But yeah, just doing stuff like that I kind of don't want to have into my main calendar. And this is kind of what I was mentioning at the beginning, that I also want to have a separate calendar for content. So I'm gonna have 3 separate calendars, and it makes sense in my mind. I don't know if I want to do it. Maybe I should just try it out, see if it works. But it's like, this I do like having separate, because I don't like having just like random, you know, I feel like it's nice to just see, not like it mixed with other stuff, and just have purely, okay, when was the last time I did the towels? When was the last time I did this and that, you know? So maybe I should do a separate one for content. But talking about content, here's the section for content. I only have 2 pages here because I just started it, but here I put my goals, okay? This is me just throwing numbers on here. I'm actually doing good on views. This is purely gaming. So it's been going well because I've been making guides for ARC raiders, which is really fun. I need to keep playing. But yeah, these are my goals. I don't really expect to get any of these, but you know, I just put it out there just to, why not? And here are just brands that I would love to work with. I just put a list on here, you know, just writing whatever I think of. And then here I have this last divider. I just put it on here because I didn't know where to put it, but it actually is helpful because these used to stick to a page that was on here before, but now that I have this, the material doesn't stick, and so it's a lot nicer, and they stay in place, which is nice. And then here, this is like, what's this called? This is a page divider? No, there's a name for this. Oh my God, my poor map. Oh my God, I didn't know I was doing that. So this is a fold out that I made on legal paper, and I cut out, you know, I kind of was sizing out like how many 3 of these like personal sizes would be, and then this is what kind of turned out. And I put it here because I just like looking at maps. I don't know, I just like it. It's cute, and it's double-sided. I put that, and then oh my, and then on this side here, oh my, oh girl, I didn't know this was happening. Oh my, okay. Well, she's a little rough, and this is ripping off. That's interesting. Well, it's okay. She's I barely look at her anyway. I just like having her with me. But anyways, yeah, I did that. Poor, I'm sure I'm not gonna say poor Russia. Anyways, this is a little, actually a nail sheet that is supposed to be nail stickers. This is for nails and from AliExpress, and they're really strong, so I just use them here and there, and it does work with this like plastic, and that's why I have one here at the front. I had one here, but I moved it because I think it got like something else stuck on it. But they're cute, and I just like to have them because they're tiny, easy to carry. They're, you know, they don't weigh anything, and I love strawberries. And then this is like my Wi-Fi password that I just have on here. And yeah, that's it. This is my whole page, my whole planner. She's very chunky. She's very, very chunky, and she makes me very happy. And I am conflicted because I feel like I need a bigger planner because she's already like, I already have to like close this down and pull as hard as I can to close it. And you might be right. Maybe you're thinking I have too many things, and you're probably right. You're probably right. I feel like I can definitely bring down this first section. And I have 2 sets of these types, so I can probably like get rid of one, you know, I don't know. I'll keep thinking about it. Right now it still closes. So it's not a current me problem, you know, it's a future me problem. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. I love watching this type of content, so I just thought it would be a very good idea to also make something like this because I love sharing, you know, ideas and stuff. And I love sharing things that I make. And so yeah, just let me know if you want to see anything else, but this is her. And yes, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions or if you just want to chat about anything. But yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.